Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's guys, you just here on my channel. We're back for the reaction to The Walking Dead. This is the final season, season 11, episode 12, The Lucky Ones. And I gotta say, I'm actually excited for this episode because even though the last couple haven't been the most exciting or action-oriented, they have done a good job at letting us know a lot of stuff about the Commonwealth, letting us know there's a lot more going on behind the scenes and not everything is as it seems. Hopefully we do get to catch up with Maggie this episode though, because I feel like they haven't really shown us much ever since we've gone to the Commonwealth. I really want to know what her reasoning was for not going. I understand she's been through a lot. She might not be the most trusting, but hey, I do actually want to see how it all plays out in this show. But I should let you guys know I am having some trouble with the copyright claims from AMC in regards to this show. So if you guys see a link to my reaction at the top of the description, then that way you know I did have some trouble, but hey, at least it's there for you guys to actually view how it was supposed to be viewed in the beginning. But yeah, with that said, if you guys look for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is also there in the description below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
It was just dumb luck, honestly.
All right, now they can actually
I
connect.
found the radio parts in a dumpster.
She could let them know what was going on, what actually happened.
That's how we started talking. And we talked about everything.
It's like a joyous start to the episode. The last one was though too.
No beans village here.
So I should be wary.
But Eugene, my people are uber cautious. But then my brother got involved.
Please tell me that you were not about to sneak out to meet some stranger at a rail yard.
What could I say?
You better pray Hornsby doesn't realize that was your voice.
I knew I'd crossed a line.
So he didn't
And
actually
because
report
they
it?
were out, getting out to see you was impossible. And then you turn up with some other girl calling herself Stephanie.
I remember that scene also. The look she gave.
It wouldn't happen to be a rocky road there, would it?
Wow. I love that they're going back to this.
You seem so happy.
Makes you feel bad for her too.
I didn't know what else to do.
I've got news.
Then Hornsby came to see Pamela.
And he was buzzing about you and Alexandria.
He reports everything back just to get on our good side.
The big guy in the orange armor who hates me. That's your brother.
Yes, but Eugene.
And you.
He's one of the good ones though.
That was my mother's name.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's a lot to take in. He's been fucked around so many times now. I get it. But I believe her.
It's a long way from home.
Wonder how many more groups are actually out there.
This doesn't go well, we're out. These people are free to stay with us permanently, or they can go home and finish their own repairs.
Give it a chance, man. I really think you might be surprised.
So she's just ready to give up on it. Aaron. I guess somebody had to stay behind, so I get that, but there's got to be a reason why they don't go afterwards. Interesting that she's actually going out to
Hello
the
there.
communities.
Welcome. Care for the grand tour?
I would expect nothing less.
How do you keep a place like this safe with it being so isolated?
What, Maisie? Fought a lot of fights.
You were one of the leaders here?
You don't know Daryl. He's like a war hero, man.
What'd you do before all this?
Didn't matter. At least not to us anymore.
Mercer's taking it in. He's seeing like a different way of living.
Looks just how I remember her.
So she actually
She,
knew
however,
Deanna.
was born to run.
That's crazy. Small world, even in the apocalypse.
Stay here, man.
I got it.
How did you just walk on in there?
How did you lose, Deanna?
She was bit.
Did you turn?
We had to put her down, yes.
I think I've seen enough.
Good job, Daryl. I don't think she likes what she sees.
Jerry, nothing but water morning of. No food, no solids. Need you on an empty stomach.
Surgery.
Surgery. To take out this tumor. Did no one tell you?
It's going down.
Still on the list.
Well, now you're at the top of that.
You got bumped up, man.
Rest up. See you Friday at night.
Please let everything go well with the surgery. Please, Walking Dead gods. Damn, some large ass feet. Gotta cut those toenails too, girl.
Rachel's ready for you.
Oceanside.
I heard how Oceanside came to be.
This is so interesting. She just bounced around different communities. I guess something goes down at Hilltop.
Right. Something wrong?
We spoke to Maggie Reed, leader of Hilltop. She told us she's not partnered with you all. We offered Hilltop the same agreement as with Alexandria, but Maggie declined.
If Maggie decides to partner with you, we will too, out of respect for her. Otherwise,
Damn.
Oceanside's a no.
Maggie's got some pull. More than Miss Milton over here.
I should have known about Rachel and Hilltop. As I'm a mind reader. Is Maggie gonna make this difficult for us? Huh. Fabulous.
Something's going down. Who is this? There you go, Daryl. Do we know this girl? Oh, Maggie! What the fuck?
You must be Maggie. Cards on the table, Maggie. I didn't want to come on this tour. I have thousands of people under my care, and
I like this
that
honesty.
responsibility keeps me up at night.
It better not change.
Everything costs something. And why are you here? The right allies make us stronger. This world belongs to us, not the dead.
Jerry said you had a checkup today. Anything come up?
He knows.
Did you? What did you do?
Come on, Carol. You gotta be a better actress than that.
Like that.
Hornsby owed me a favor.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't want you to die?
Shows what kind of person he is.
You're supposed to just die because the system is broken.
That he cares more about others right now.
You want it? Or shall I?
Well, I was thinking about going after the one behind you.
Damn! Ooh! Splatter.
You're excited about the future.
Yeah, I guess I am.
I don't think he wants to spoil it for her. No spoilers.
Eugene, what is it? Spill.
It's broken.
Good guy, Eugene. Even though he's suffering right now, he's still thinking of her.
How do you know when?
You know what?
When it's time to walk away?
Is that what you want to do?
Hey, Maggie, is it okay if we hand out some supplies? We have more than enough.
Sure. Thank you.
Great, we're on it.
Can't say no to that right in front of all our people. It's like, no, don't give us stuff.
Must be hard to be a kid here.
I think Mercer likes what he sees from Daryl. And just the way they're all living, it's different.
It's going through hard times now, but it'll be back up and running. Just watch.
I guess not all places are as lucky as Alexandria.
Not all places are as lucky as Commonwealth.
Commonwealth ain't perfect, though. Just don't get too comfortable. The only reason you're out of your armor is because someone thought it'd be good for appearances. You got your role to play. I got mine.
Here he comes.
Nervous twitch?
Make his move.
Lucky coin.
I do like Hornsby. Like, he plays the role well.
Decided yet?
But he's such a shyster.
How do you get out all this?
Let's not pretend the obvious isn't staring us in the face.
He's big on people owing him favors. What they can do for him later.
You don't know me very well.
No, you're smart enough to know a good offer when you hear it. And I'm smart enough to know I've just pissed you off. Around. We can have so much more.
Thank God the hypnotism was interrupted. People are fighters, especially Maggie. Oh, maybe Elijah's not injured anymore. They've been using a lot of slow motion shots this season, and I don't hate them. Alley-oop. Yo, Maggie was right behind that. They all were.
Let's go!
It's got them all in line now. I don't think she likes what she sees. It's a very interesting scene here. Maggie just watching it all.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, no injuries, all limbs intact. We call that a good day. The Hilltop's gonna pass
It's
on
a good
your
day
offer.
where I come from.
Can I ask why?
Because, like you said, everything costs something.
They aren't gonna like that.
Oh, please don't.
Max!
Shut the door. I'm some raspberry goodness of the inside scoop variety. I'm so sorry, Max. For my ungentlemanlike behavior, for
Eugene's lucky though, because she's cute too.
I let Hornsby get inside my head. It was an infiltration of the most epic proportions. He is a snake.
Like a worm.
You can tell this is the real connection here.
Everything we told each other, how could you not know? It wasn't me.
I never meant to hurt you, Max.
Diane. I'm leaving Maggie.
She's losing people now. Fuck.
You need to be careful who you trust. I respect the hell out of you, but I can't do this anymore.
God damn it.
It was a worthy effort, Lance.
It's not over. It doesn't have to be.
It's a bold move trying to bring 3 new communities into the fold. I get why something like that would be appealing to you. I'm going to pretend that you were doing this for the good of the Commonwealth rather than for yourself.
She sees right through him.
If you want to try and make it work, fine.
She's a smart cookie.
But if your job at home starts to suffer, there will be consequences. Commonwealth always comes first.
He's drawing walkers in. Alright, so he's capable as well. He's not just some Commonwealth wuss.
Aren't you okay?
A+.
I guess this is his anger management right here.
We good?
Shoot it!
Everything's fine. Pamela's on board. In fact, we're gonna bring even more people in. Get ready, Aaron. We are going to remake the world.
Holy shit. Alright guys, that was The Walking Dead, Season 11, Final Season, Episode 12, The Lucky Ones. And I gotta say, I actually enjoyed this episode a lot more than the last couple. I don't know what it is, but just getting out of the Commonwealth a little bit, it was nice. It was refreshing because I didn't want to be stuck there for the rest of the time during this final season. But yeah, like I was saying, I definitely enjoyed this episode. Seeing everything go down, it was very... there's a lot of politics involved, I guess you could say. Seeing Hornsby and Pamela Milton go to each community from Alexandria to Oceanside. Seeing Oceanside pop back up, that was kind of nice. Even though I've never been a huge fan of Oceanside, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But for the sake of the story, it was still nice to see them pop up once again. I think it's Rachel, seeing her older now also, it's just pretty cool. It just shows how far we've come, just our entire cast of characters. But Maggie, we always knew, or ever since they did that flash forward, that jump ahead, we always knew that Maggie was going to be an issue when it comes to the Commonwealth. She didn't actually go with everybody else. She decided to stay back. We saw a little bit of it here. She was really taking everything in. She saw the way that, I guess, the military was being run by Mercer, just everybody falling in line, and she just wasn't on board for that. And I completely get that. With everything that Maggie has been through, you can't blame her for not being the most trusting with strangers and other people outside this world and outside of her own community, because yeah, look at everybody that we have taken on up until now, from like the Reapers, the Saviors, the Whisperers, whatever other Urs are out there, because yeah, we've had to face off a lot of enemies. So I completely get where Maggie's coming from. She only trusts her small group and she wants to keep it like that, keep them intact. I guess she didn't even accept their offer. I was going to say she's at least willing to work with them, but I don't even think that's the case also, because the one scene, Hornsby was trying to play super politics, Mr. Politician over here, when he's like, hey, Maggie, is it okay if I give your people some supplies? Like, he's saying it super loud. And if that moment she would have said no, her people would have been like, what the fuck, Maggie? Like, we need stuff right now. And then we even saw at the very end of the episode, some of her people are already leaving. I guess that might have been part of it right there, because they did see what the Commonwealth actually has, that they have so much that they can actually give stuff away. Then that shows that they're actually in a good place. So I don't blame some of these people that are leaving, but at the same time, that one girl, I don't even know her name, but she's been around forever, since the Kingdom with the Archer. When she decided to leave also, like, you're like one of Maggie's ride or dies, but clearly that's not the case. She is no longer a ride or die of Maggie's. Obviously, there's still a lot of respect there. Like, she was honest with Maggie, but to not stay back with Maggie, that's kind of messed up. So Maggie's losing people. The other communities, at least Oceanside, has the respect for Maggie, where they're like, hey, never mind the rest of the Hilltop. If Maggie's not on board with Commonwealth, then neither are we. If you guys get Maggie on board, then yes, we'll be on board also. So that was pretty interesting to see. I like the respect that Oceanside holds for Maggie, but yeah, very, very interesting episode. There's a lot that went down. Some stuff, we definitely went through a lot of stuff at the Commonwealth also, but maybe that's why I like this episode so much. It's nice to get a bit of Commonwealth and then get a bit of outside the Commonwealth also. Like, whenever we switched up between the two, if we just focus on one, I don't know, it gets a little bit stale. So we kind of saw that the last couple episodes. So that's maybe the reason why I did like this episode and did appreciate this episode a little bit more. That might be the reason why. But going back to the Commonwealth now, because Ezekiel, this is actually a good thing. He's actually getting his surgery. He moved to the top of the list. or yeah, pretty much the top list right away, thanks to Carol and the favors that she was doing with Hornsby. At first, when she's like, yeah, I did a favor for Hornsby, I thought there might be a little bit more pushback from Ezekiel because, I don't know, that's where my mind went. I was like, sexual favor? So, yeah, thank God that wasn't the actual argument. Ezekiel's too good of a person. His actual argument was, hey, by putting me to the top of the list, you're actually stealing this opportunity from other people that have been waiting, and it's not right, it's not fair. So that just shows the type of person that Ezekiel actually is. That's the reason why he was a king. And hey, he's still the king in my books, but it is still nice to see him get it. I do see both sides. Carol, like her argument, like, hey, is it so bad that I want to do everything I possibly can to make sure you live? Like, that shows how much she truly cares. That's not a bad thing. Then Ezekiel's side is he doesn't want to take away that opportunity from somebody else that might actually die because he's bumped to the top of the list. So yeah, I definitely see both sides, but hopefully the surgery does go well because we didn't actually see that. We saw him getting carted in, wheeled into surgery. We didn't actually see the outcome. So hopefully next episode starts off with him just, I guess, in recovery. That'd be super nice, and hopefully everything goes well. I don't want any complications. Like, the show is dark enough, like, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I always complain like, hey, I want darkness, I want death, but not the hands of cancer. You know what I mean? Not like real-life stuff like that. I want to see some gory walker deaths. If some walkers take them out in like some epic battle, then yes, I'm on board for that. But if somebody just gets killed off because of cancer complications during surgery, I'm not really on board for that. So yeah, hopefully nothing goes wrong with Ezekiel, but I don't think anything is, if I'm being completely honest. I think it is going to go well. There is some light at the end of the tunnel, even in an apocalypse. But the other stuff that did go down at the Commonwealth that I haven't discussed yet is the stuff with Max. And I gotta say, I really like Max because even though we haven't really gotten too much of her, we haven't really gotten to know her, I don't know, I just really like her character. And then seeing that scene between her and Eugene when they started to connect a little bit, at first it seemed like she was going to push him away, like not even give him the opportunity, which is kind of weird because she approached him, he then apologized, and then she still pushed him away. But in the end, she did start to accept him once again. They started to bond, or I guess reform a bond, which is super nice, super sweet. I really like that moment there. And like I said during the episode, justice loves love. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just definitely on board for it, and hopefully there's no more, I guess you could say, like speed bumps in the relationship. So I definitely think they're going to have a nice relationship forming from here on out. But hey, I could be wrong. If something bad happens to either one of them now, I'll be a little upset. But hey, if something bad does happen to, say, her, then not only will we'll see a dark side of Eugene, but of Mercer also. That might make him crack, because that's something I also should bring up. This episode, Mercer was really hanging out with Daryl a lot. It looks like he's really taking Daryl under his wing. But at the same time, he's seen the way that Daryl interacts with his communities back at the hilltop, and just with the children and everything, with little Herschel, which was super cool, seeing Herschel wearing Mercer's outfit as well. Oh man, I freaking love the characters in the show. It honestly feels like a family. But yeah, he was definitely forming a bond with Daryl as well, which is super cool to see, because I really do like Mercer and his character. Obviously, he's like the head of security, but he's kind of being forced into that role also, which I've said, I think part of it is to protect his sister, but also, I guess, just to protect the people. So the people love him. We saw that, I don't think last episode, but the episode before, when he kind of stole Hornsby's spotlight when he was actually at the ceremony at the gallery or the ball or whatever it was. The people in the crowd, they were actually cheering for him when he was making his way up the red carpet, up the steps there. So yeah, he's loved by the people, and it shows that I think he is one of the people. That's part of the reason also. So I definitely do appreciate the bond that is forming between Mercer and Daryl, but it definitely showed that Mercer was taken in the way that they live. Everybody's like on equal grounds, equal playing field. So I think he really does appreciate that also. It's not really a pecking order. There's not like poverty in different classes like the Commonwealth. That's definitely something that I think he could get on board with, and that might be some reason why he may in the future give some pushback. If they completely follow the comic storyline, I don't want to give any spoilers, but let's just say there may be some pushback coming from him as well. I don't know about the Resistance. I can't remember. There might be a Resistance in, I don't know if it's the exact same. I gotta be honest, I haven't read the comics in a while, ever since its initial run, at least in regards to the Commonwealth story arc. So I can't remember pertaining to the show if the Resistance that we're seeing in the show is exactly how it is in the comics. That's not even spoilers. I just can't remember. So I don't think it's exactly the same though, but either way, I'm definitely enjoying it. I definitely think that Mercer may be a part of it in the future if he's not already a part of it. So he's definitely going to push back, in my opinion. We shall see. I don't know if it's an actual spoiler. That's the good thing about it. If maybe in the comics, but in regards to the show, I don't know if it's actually going to go play out like that. We shall see. But yeah, I don't know what else went down this episode. It was a nice change of pace from the last two, though. I did pretty much say that already, but I just got to reinforce that because this one was just a lot more enjoyable. By the end there were scenes where I was getting teary-eyed with just from happiness with Eugene and Max, and seeing the bond form with Mercer and Daryl, and then seeing the other pushback though. I did really like Maggie, and then she was very observant this episode because seeing everything that went down, and when she just flat out said to Pamela Milton, like, no, it's not happening. Very interesting. And then the way that Milton kind of pushed back to Hornsby because of it all, not all playing out the way that he thought it would, and then him taking out his anger in the woods by himself. I honestly thought he was a little bit of a wuss, that he's a very good speaker, so he kind of uses that ability to kind of, that's what he uses to give him power. But no, it seems like he can actually fend for himself out there also. He has a pretty good shot. That at the very end of the episode, he was taking them all out. Yeah, he was taking some time to line up, but hey, I've only fired a gun once, so I don't know if I would have that exact same accuracy. Clearly, he shot before, but he was going on one by one. And then that last shot, when that head exploded and everything right at the camera, that was freaking awesome. But yeah, I definitely think things are going to pick up from here. The last couple episodes, even though I still liked them, I didn't think they were bad episodes. I just definitely think that the pacing is definitely going to pick up from here. They kind of had to get some story stuff out the way in regards to revealing the real Stephanie, and now that we know that Max is who was actually on the other side of the radio, it's definitely nice to see that that's out the way. Eugene, there's one other thing I do want to bring up in regards to Eugene. This episode, it was actually a very sweet moment in regards to his relationship with Rosita, because she was saying like, yeah, there's a lot of hope. I'm really enjoying it here. I actually found my place. I'm kind of like a cop here. It was super nice and super sweet of Eugene to be like, not actually tell her the truth and just kind of cover up the actual cover up in the fact that Stephanie, I don't know her real name, was it Shira or something like that? That it was all a lie. For the sake of Rosita's happiness, he was basically telling her like, hey, she broke up with me. Yeah, that's basically it. So that was super sweet, super nice of Eugene. We already know that he's always had a relationship with Rosita. He's kind of always had a thing for her until this new girl came along. But yeah, it was definitely a nice thing that he did for her there. But yeah, I think that's about it for me, guys. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yoing with.